Good evening and welcome into tonight's pregame show ahead of game number 5 between the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Altoona Curve from People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I'm Jake Starr. I have your coverage pre-post game and of course innings 1 through 9 tonight here for game number 5 between the Fightin Phillies and the Altoona Curve. Just 8 road games left in 2025, 20 contests to go in total before the 2025 season wraps up. And right now, the Phillies mirrored in another strong stretch for them. Winners of 3 in a row after losing on Tuesday night to start this series 6-5. Reading has rattled off 3 straight wins, and the bullpen's been excellent. The bats have just kept hitting. Reading 14 more hits last night. Everybody in the lineup had a base hit. That was the second time in 3 days that had happened. Also happened on Wednesday. Reading also 10-plus hits in 3 straight games. Big reason for the win streak continuing. Tonight, it'll be a Double-A debut for the Fightin Phillies. 26-year-old Braden Tucker, promoted on Tuesday from High A Jersey Shore, makes his first start with the Fightin Phillies. Antoine Kelly, who's been impressive since joining Altoona a little over a month ago. He brings his 2-2 record and 2.70 ERA to the mound tonight against the Fightin Phillies. And there will be a big leaguer in the lineup tonight for the Curve. Pirates center fielder O'Neal Cruz, who was sidelined a couple weeks ago with a concussion, makes his first rehab appearance tonight with Altoona. Cruz, who played for the Curve in 2019 and 2021, makes his return tonight to People's Natural Gas Field. Pull bat leadoff and play center field tonight for Altoona. We're going to take our first break on tonight's pregame show. When we come back, it's the final segment, part number 3 of our interview with Reading reliever Andrew Bechtold. That conversation with Bechtold is coming up when our pregame show rolls on from Altoona after this. Back on the pregame show. One final segment here on the Fightin Phillies radio network. Game number 5 between the Phillies and Altoona Curve. Couple of minutes shy from getting underway. Al Padrique and Altoona manager Andy Fox just completed their meeting in the home plate dirt circle. And once again, a big thank you to Andrew Bechtold, who was our guest in the pregame show the last 3 days. Tomorrow, of course, on our pregame show, just like we do every Sunday, it'll be our weekly Phillies minor league report. So you can listen in to the week that was around the Philadelphia Phillies organization. And it's been a pretty good week at really all spots in the Phillies organization. So hopefully these final 2 days can finish off strong on that front. Let's take a look now at our out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start in the Eastern League. No games underway quite yet. Binghamton on the road at Portland. That's a 6 o'clock first pitch. New Hampshire at Akron, 6:05 start. Rubber Ducks are 1 game behind the curve in the Southwest standings. Harrisburg at Erie starts at 6:05. Harrisburg tied with Akron, 1 game back from Altoona in the standings. Hartford at Somerset, 6:35 first pitch. Reading 4 games back from Somerset, who currently hold the final playoff spot in the Northeast Division. And Richmond at Chesapeake, a 6:35 start. In the Phillies organization, Aaron Nola gets the ball. 6:05 first pitch at home against the Nationals. And 6:35 start in Lehigh Valley as they host Durham. Jersey Shore hosts Hudson Valley at 7:05. And Clearwater home against Jupiter tonight at 6:30 from Baycare Ballpark. So the Altoona Curve have taken the field on this Saturday night. So we will step aside one final time for the national anthem. We'll have lineups and first pitch for game number 5 between Reading and Altoona coming up after this here on the Fightin Phillies radio network. And a very good evening and welcome inside People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona, Pennsylvania for game number 5 of this week's 6-game series between the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Altoona Curve. Once again, I am Jake Starr. Appreciate you choosing to spend part of your Saturday night with myself. Riding solo once again here high atop the home of the Altoona Curve. Altoona is on the field, so let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight for both sides. We'll start with the visitors, Reading, led by third-year manager Al Padrique. Reading 22-27 in the second half, 47-69 overall. This is the 117th game for the Phillies this year. Aiden Miller leads off at shortstop. Carson DiMartini, the third baseman, bats second. It's Jose Rodriguez third at second base. Felix Reyes cleans things up. He'll play left. Nick Dunn, the DH, is fifth. Paul McIntosh, sixth, plays catcher. Alex Pinellas at first base is seventh. Dylan Campbell, eighth in center. Leandro Pineda bats ninth, plays right field. On the mound tonight for the Phillies, making his Double-A debut is Braden Tucker. Get you more on Tucker in the bottom half of the first inning. Altoona, game number 118 for them, 57-60 overall, 27-22 in the second half. And it's O'Neal Cruz on big league rehab, leading off in center field. Connor Griffin, baseball's top prospect, bats second at short. Termar Johnson, third is the DH. Nick Samillo bats cleanup, plays first. Omar Alfonso, fifth. He'll be the catcher as Merlin Valdez in right field bats sixth. Javier Rivas is seventh at third base. Kervin Pichardo, eighth at second. And PJ Hilson bats ninth, plays left. On the mound tonight for Altoona, making his 10th start, Antoine Kelly. 2-2 record, 2.70 earned run average since joining Altoona about a month ago. Aiden Miller steps in from the right side to lead off, and the first pitch fired home. Miller will take a fastball up high, 1 ball, no strikes. First pitch fired home tonight at 6:02. Miller reached base all 5 times last night. Here's the 1-0. Miller swings, and that's a line drive into left field for a base hit. Aiden Miller red hot in the month of August, and that continues with the leadoff single off Antoine Kelly. Rest of Kelly's numbers, 43 1/3 innings pitched, 31 hits allowed, 14 walks, 42 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 200 against Antoine Kelly this season. Of course, our Reading Fightin Phillies lineup presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. First pitch at 6:02, 84 degrees is our temperature, presented by All Temp Enterprises. They'll check on Miller, and he'll dive back in safely as DeMartini digs in from the left side. Arson DeMartini had a hit in last night's ball game. And Kelly will fire the first one home. DeMartini swings and he fouls it back. It's 0-1. Curve defense is Nick Samillo at first. Kervin Pichardo second. Connor Griffin is at short. And the third baseman, Javier Rivas. As Merlin Valdez in right, PJ Hilson in left, O'Neal Cruz in center, and Omar Alfonso is the catcher tonight. Antoine Kelly fires home, and DeMartini swings through it. It's 0-2. Curve tonight come out in camouflage colored uniforms. The A for Altoona on the left chest. White lettering and numbering on the back. They wear red caps with an orange brim. 0-2, and DeMartini will swing and foul it back. It's no balls and 2 strikes still. Antoine Kelly promoted June the 25th to Altoona. He's the Pirates' number 12 ranked prospect, according to Baseball America. And Miller takes off. Pitch out for a ball. Throw to second is going to be late. And there's stolen base number 49 for Aiden Miller. So now Miller just 1 stolen base shy of being the first RFL since 1987 to steal 50 bags in a season. Last pitch was a ball to Carson DeMartini. Here's the next pitch home. He swings and he pops it up. Left side of the infield. Shortstop Connor Griffin is there and makes the catch. That is out number 1.
Batting third, second baseman, number 15.
So that'll bring Jose Rodriguez to the plate. Antoine Kelly's had a really, really good year. Whip of 1 between Greensboro and Altoona. That's 8th best amongst all qualified minor league pitchers this year. Jose Rodriguez in from the right side. He had a good night last night. 3 hits and a couple of runs driven in. And the first pitch home is bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 16th game Rodriguez has played with Reading this season. He's a .278 hitter. Home run, 12 driven in. And they will check on Miller, and he's back in safely. Kervin Pichardo covering the bag at second with the righty Rodriguez up. 1 away, top of the first inning. Fightin Phillies and Curve still scoreless. Pitch home, and Rodriguez swings, lifts it into the air towards center. O'Neal Cruz backs up. Now he tracks in, and that'll fall. O'Neal Cruz just totally misread it. Jose Rodriguez will be safe at first. Aiden Miller goes up to third. So that's going to be a single for Jose Rodriguez. I mean, you can hear through the crowd mic right now, the wind is howling a good bit. but just a total misplay in center field by the big leaguer O'Neal Cruz. So that'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate. Reyes coming off back-to-back 3-hit games for the Fightin Phillies. That's a man on the corners and 1 out in the first. And the first pitch home, and he swings on a line drive towards center, and Cruz in. He'll make the catch. And Reyes retired, and the ball hit pretty hard, but O'Neal Cruz is there. So 2 outs in the inning for Nick Dunn.
Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 49, Nick Dunn.
Dunn 3 for 9 overall this week. 2 of those 3 hits were home runs. Those came on Wednesday night. First of 2 instances this week where an RFL had 2 home runs in a game. First pitch, Dunn swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 0-1. 30th game with Reading for Nick Dunn. 273, 6 homers, 18 runs driven in. And Kelly's 0-1. Dunn takes it on the corner for a called strike. It's 0-2 to the lefty. Nick Dunn, 2 home runs on Wednesday night. Aiden Miller, who stands on third. Pair of home runs on Thursday. But Nick Dunn right now in a no-ball and 2-strike count. First pitch home. And that's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phillies acquired Dunn from the Mariners back on June the 14th in exchange for cash. Kelly ready. Here's the 1-2. And Dunn swings and misses. Goes down on strikes, and that'll retire the side in the first. No runs, couple of hits. 2 left on base for the RFLs. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Reading, nothing. Curve coming to bat. Bottom half for the first inning, Reading nothing. And here is how Altoona lines up tonight. It's O'Neal Cruz in center. Connor Griffin at short. Termar Johnson the DH. Nick Samillo at first. Omar Alfonso the catcher. Esmerlin Valdez in right. Javier Rivas plays third. Kervin Pichardo at second. PJ Hilson rounds things out in left. On the mound tonight for Reading, making his Double-A debut, 26-year-old Braden Tucker. Tucker, 6'3", 205-pound righty from Terre Haute, Indiana, 2023 free agent signing out of Lipscomb. With Jersey Shore was 19 appearances, 12 starts, 4-3 record, 3.19 ERA, 84 2/3 innings pitched, 69 hits allowed, 21 walks, 61 strikeouts, 223 was the opponent's batting average against Braden Tucker.
Number 13, O'Neal Cruz.
So O'Neal Cruz on big league rehab assignment for the Pirates will dig in from the left side. How about this for a little welcome to Double-A moment for Braden Tucker? You face O'Neal Cruz, and first pitch to Cruz is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Fastball at 91 from Tucker. See a sinker slider, curveball changeup combination from the righty, who deals the 0-1. And that one just misses a bit inside. It's a ball and a strike. O'Neal Cruz placed on the 7-day injury list on August 13th with a concussion. Pitch home. Swung on, lifted into the air. Foul territory, third base side. Carson DiMartini is there, and he'll make the catch on the edge of the warning track for out number 1. So Braden Tucker retires O'Neal Cruz, and that'll bring the shortstop Connor Griffin to the plate. Tucker, entire season with Jersey Shore. Split last year between Clearwater and Jersey Shore, his first full pro season. Now, here's the first pitch to Connor Griffin, and that one will miss up at the letters, 1 ball, no strike. So for Braden Tucker, you face a big leaguer, your first batter. You face the number 1 prospect in all of baseball, your second batter, who's 6.5 years the younger of Braden Tucker. The 1-0 was fouled down the right field line, 1-1. Tucker, 26 years old. Connor Griffin, just 19. And a young 19, too. He turned 19 on April the 24th. So just about 19 years and 4 months old is Griffin. 1-1. Swung on a broken back ground ball. Right back to Tucker on the mound. He'll glove it. Flip it overhand to Alex Pinellas at first. That's out number 2. And let's meet the rest of the Reading defense. Alex Pinellas at first. Jose Rodriguez at second. Aiden Miller plays short. Carson DiMartini's at third. Leandro Pineda in right. Dylan Campbell in center. Felix Reyes in left. And it's Paul McIntosh, the battery mate tonight for Braden Tucker. Termar Johnson will dig in from the left side. Tucker's first pitch to him is top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Johnson currently riding an 8-game on-base streak. It's the Pirates' number 6 prospect. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled. Towards the third base side, it's 0-2. Fightin Phillies tonight come out in their road gray uniforms. Navy blue Reading across the front. Red numbers on the front. Navy blue letters and numbers on the back. Tucker sports the high red socks. Pitch home. That will just miss on the outside half. It's 1-2. 100th game for Termar Johnson tonight, hitting .265. 9 homers, 31 driven in. And Tucker's 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. First double-A strikeout for Braden Tucker comes on a swing and a miss from Termar Johnson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tucker to get his double-A career started. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Curve. We played 1 onto the second. Still scoreless between the Fightin Phils and Curve. International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the Phillies fireworks shows during the 2025 season. Head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville or visit fireworksrus.com. Top half of the second inning, still scoreless between Reading and Altoona. And Reading will send 6, 7, 8 to the plate here in the frame as Antoine Kelly is back out for inning number 2 of work after Braden Tucker making his double-A debut through just 10 pitches in a 1-2-3 first inning. So that helped calm some nerves for the 26-year-old Tucker. Paul McIntosh will dig in from the right side. And here's the pitch home, and McIntosh takes it up and in, 1 ball and no strikes. McIntosh 3 for 6 on the week, couple of doubles and a run driven in. 1-0 home. Swung on, ground ball third, backhanded on a slide by Rivas. Comes to his feet, fires a strike across, it's in time. McIntosh retired for out number 1. Umpires tonight, Jamal Allen behind home plate. He has balls and strikes. Donald Guller is at first. Nobu Yasuda, the crew chief of this staff, is at third. So to bring Alex Benelis to the plate. 52nd game, 276 hitter on the year. Pitch home is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Benelis did not play last night, was hitless on Thursday. Still riding, though, an 11-game on base streak. 1-0 is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Benelis, 25 years old, actually turned 25 a couple of days after signing with the Phillies. Was released by the Red Sox back in mid-May, then signed with the Phillies a few days later. Pitch home. Down the chute for a called strike, it's 2-1. Fastball at 97 from Antoine Kelly. Fastball was hit 95 to 98 from Kelly, 2-1. And Benelis swings, drives one towards right center. In and towards the alley goes Valdez. He'll make the catch. That's out number 2. And that'll bring Dylan Campbell to the plate. In addition to the fastball, Kelly also a cutter, slider, and changeup within the arsenal. Pirates signed Kelly as an international free agent out of Aruba back in 2021. First pitch home is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Kelly actually made the trip probably about a couple of hours from here to Williamsport, Pennsylvania on Monday. The 0-1 is swung on and flared towards shallow left. That'll fall for a base hit. P.J. Hilson, the left fielder, over to cut it off, and that'll hold Dylan Campbell to a 2-out single, the 3rd hit tonight for the Fightin Phillies, and that'll bring Leandro Pineda to the plate. Kelly took the trip over to Williamsport, able to see his countrymen, Aruba, participating in this year's Little League World Series. The overall championship game is tomorrow in Williamsport, as Pineda will dig in from the left side. First pitch home is swung on and foul. Got a piece of the catcher, Omar Alfonso. No balls and 1 strike. And it's been a good year for Kelly. He's allowed 2 runs or less in 19 of his 23 starts this year. And he entered tonight 112 total strikeouts. That's 3rd in the Pirates system. Of course, leading that, the newest member of the Pittsburgh Pirates and former Curve, Bubba Chandler, at 121 prior to his call-up. And they'll check on Campbell, who dives back in safely. Bubba Chandler made his Major League debut last night, pitched 4 scoreless innings. And got the save for the Pirates in their 9-0 win over the Rockies at PNC Park last night. 0-1, swing and a miss by Pineda, no balls and 2 strikes. And in front of a changeup at 87 from Antoine Kelly. Kelly spent all of last year with single-A Bradenton. And Pineda will take time before opening this year with high-A Greensboro, and then eventually being promoted to Altoona back on June the 25th. 0-2 to Pineda, 2 outs, pitch home. That one will miss down in the dirt, 1-2. '95th game this year for Leandro Pineda, hitting .219. 8 homers, 34 runs driven in. Pineda 3 for 8 so far on the week. That came after a 5 for 15 week last week. And they'll check on Campbell again. Back in safely, head first. That was the second disengagement of this at-bat, so if Kelly is to throw over again, they would have to get Campbell, or else it would go down as a balk. 1-2, Campbell takes off, and Pineda swings, and it's swung on and slice foul out of play. Down the third base line, it stays 1-2. See if Campbell is off and running again. Still scoreless here in the top half of the second inning with 2 outs. Kelly ready from the first base side, deals home, and Pineda swings, hits one in the air well, deep left field. Hilson back, turns, reaches up, it's over his head, and it'll hop over the wall, which is good for Altoona because Campbell definitely would have scored if that stayed in the ballpark. It'll be a ground rule double for Leandro Pineda, his 21st two-bagger of the year. Campbell goes first to third, and that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate. Good swing by Pineda, 94 miles per hour off the bat, went 330 feet. Just out of the reach of the left fielder, P.J. Hilson, who was all twisted and turned up while trying to track that one down. So Miller had a single his first time up. And the pitch home, and that is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. 99th game for Aiden Miller. Reached base all 5 times last night. 1-0, and that is on the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Doubled his first time up, and then went walk, hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch. It matched a career high for amount of times reaching base in a game with 5. 1-1. Miller takes that one down low. 2 balls and a strike. September 1st of last year with Jersey Shore, Miller had 5 hits, and that was the only other time he reached 5 times in a game. It's also the last game he had prior to being called up to Reading. It's been a very similar August this year to last year for Miller. The 2-1. Up and in, 3-1. Fastball at 98 from Antoine Kelly. I asked Miller today, I said, were they trying to pitch you in? And he said, I don't think so, because my 2 home runs the night prior came on inside pitches. So I would have thought they would have gone away to me, despite being hit twice. 3-1, Miller swings in a foul ball. Took a bounce and then chipped off the finger of third base coach Michael Jones, who was trying to make a play. So it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Runners on second and third, so they will not be off and running on the pitch. Good at bat here by Aiden Miller. This will be the 7th pitch that he sees. Kelly's ready at the belt, and the payoff pitch. And Miller swings, drives it, left center field well, Cruz back, looking up. It is one, hops the wall. 2 runs will score. Miller into second. It looked like it actually went over the wall for what will be a ground rule double for Miller. Campbell scores, Pineda scores, and Aiden Miller just cannot be stopped right now. Single and a double tonight. 2 more RBI, up to 38 on the season. 391 feet, 106 off the bat for Miller. It was a cutter right down the heart of the plate, and Miller made Kelly pay. So Reading now leads at 2-0. Miller at 49 stolen bases on the season. Rivas playing pretty far off third. So we'll see if Aiden Miller takes off here. First pitch, DeMartini swings, and he fouls it back. It's 0-1. Miller was staying put. DeMartini 0 for 1 tonight. He popped up to the shortstop, Connor Griffin, his first time up. So Aiden Miller has now reached base in his last 7 times at the plate. 0-1. Swinging a foul tip by DeMartini. It's 0-2. '58th game for DeMartini. Hitting .215 on the year. Caught up the Reading back on June the 10th. And pickoff play is on, and that was a bit late. Miller is back in. Connor Griffin, the shortstop, on the coverage with the lefty DeMartini at the plate. Ada Miller, one stolen base away from 50. No RFL has done that since 1987. The 0-2, and it's a swing and a miss. DeMartini goes down on strikes. Second strikeout tonight for Kelly, retires the side in the second. Running though, 2 runs, 3 more hits. 1 man left on base. We will head to the bottom half of the second inning. Fightin Phillies on top, 2-0. Bottom half of the second inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, PA, outside of Lebanon. 2-0 Fightin Phillies on top after Ada Miller smoked a 2-run double to deep left center field back in the top of the inning. So Braden Tucker now with an early lead and a very efficient 10-pitch first inning is back out for his second frame of work, and this is a Double-A debut. Altoona will send 4-5-6 to the plate here in the frame. Nick Samillo, Omar Alfonso, Esmerlin Valdez, the 3-2 up here for the curve.
First baseman, number 22, Nick Samillo.
So Samillo will dig on in from the right side. First at bat tonight. They said it was a 1-2-3 inning in the first for Tucker. Got a strikeout of Termar Johnson for his first Double-A punch-out. And here's the first pitch to Nick Samillo, and it's up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Tucker bringing a very impressive last month and a half here to Reading with Jersey Shore, the 1-0. Misses that one up at the letters, 2 balls and no strikes. Didn't allow a run in 5 of his final 6 outings with the Blue Claws. All of those outings were 6 innings or more. That's not easy to do. 2-0. Swung on, lifted into the air. It'll go out of play, foul behind home plate. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. From July 4th until his promotion, he made 6 starts. 4-0 record, a .73 ERA. 2-1 home is a breaking pitch that gets the inside corner. It's 2-2. Struck out 24, walked 7. Allowed just 3 earned runs in 37 innings of work. And the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball third. DeMartini charges Fields on the short hop with the backhand. Fires a strike, the first in time, and that is out number 1. So 4 up, 4 down for Braden Tucker so far tonight. And that'll bring the catcher Omar Alfonso to the plate. Tucker not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, just 61 and 84 2/3 innings with Jersey Shore. Early on in the year was a lot of ground balls induced by Braden Tucker. First pitch to Alfonso inside, it's 1-0, but as of late, and kind of really where this stretch began, Tucker really has been attacking up in the zone a lot more, and hence his ground ball rate's been down, but the success has been up. 1-0 is swung on a ground ball foul. It's 1-1. So far tonight, a couple of ground balls, 1 pop-up and a strikeout. Definitely a number worth paying attention to. One, the count to Alfonso. Lefty catcher, open stance left side, pitch home. That's a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Nice crowd on hand tonight here in Altoona. It's wrestling night, fireworks after the game. Of course, O'Neal Cruz is here. Pirates big leaguer on rehab assignment with Altoona. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball towards third. DeMartini charges, Fields, fires across. It's in time. And that's out number 2. A couple of nice plays by Carson DeMartini to start off this inning. And that'll bring Esmerlin Valdez to the plate. Efficient work so far for Tucker. 19 pitches. Through an inning and 2/3 so far. Valdez digs in from the right side. Tucker toes the first base side of the rubber. Works from the windup. And the first pitch delivered for a called strike to Valdez. It's 0-1. From July 4th until his promotion, Tucker had the best ERA in the South Atlantic League. Also tied for first with his 4 victories over that stretch as well. 0-1. Another strike, belt high, it's 0-2. He's tied for 6 innings pitched. He was third in average against at 189. Posted a whip of .84, that was best in the league. And a win percentage of 1,000, also tied for the best in the South Atlantic League. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, Tucker fires home. And it's a swing and a miss. Esmerlin Valdez goes down on strikes. Second punch out for Braden Tucker tonight. 6 up, 6 down for the righty in his Double-A debut. We're through 2 here from Altoona. On to the third, Reading leads it 2-0. Us here at the Fightin Field want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2025 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin Fields and drink more Pepsi. Top half of the third inning, Fightin Fields lead it 2-0 over Altoona on another gorgeous night here at People's Natural Gas Field. 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies currently, just very comfortable weather over these last handful of days. Antoine Kelly back on the mound for his third frame of work. And he'll get 3, 4, and 5 of the Reading lineup. Second time through the order tonight for the R-Phils as Jose Rodriguez digs in. First pitch to Rodriguez. Kelly misses it outside, 1-0. Reading 5 hits already through 2 innings. They had 2 in the first, 3 more in the second. Of course, they added the 2 runs in the second. Pitch home. Rodriguez is swinging a miss. It's 1-1. Jose Rodriguez singled his first time up, extended his hit streak to 5 games. Came after he had 3 hits and a couple of RBI last night. Pitch home. Misses up and in, 2 balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez, the 24-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. 2-1 offering is a check swing foul, first base line. That's where Carl Ellison, the first base coach, will retrieve it. Carl Ellison again at first base and Michael Jones at third base. I think at this point it's just a good mojo thing. Reading keeps winning, so they're going to keep doing it. 2-2 is outside for a ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez will get time. It's been a very good week for Jose Rodriguez. 5 for 14 overall. Couple of doubles. driven in 5 runs in the series as well. 3-2 home. And Rodriguez swings and a tapper. Third base line. Kelly gets to it, but he can't control it. And that'll be an infield base hit for Jose Rodriguez. His second hit tonight. 6 overall for the Fightin Phils. And that'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate.
Left fielder Felix Reyes.
Reyes hit one hard his first time up, but it was right on a rope to center fielder O'Neal Cruz, who made the catch. So he'll dig in from the right side. First pitch home is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Reyes, the Eastern League's leading hitter at .332. Also paces the league in slugging percentage and OPS. 0-1. Down low, ball on a strike. Reyes, .332. He's got 12 homers, 46 runs driven in. Most RBI amongst active RFLs. The home runs are tied with Aiden Miller for the team lead. Jose Rodriguez leads off first. He reached on an infield single to start this inning. And the 1-1. And Rodriguez swings, flares it, shallow left, Griffin out, Hilson in, and he'll fall in front of Hilson for a base hit. And Felix Reyes is aboard once again. After 3 hits last night, gets himself a single here. And I'll put men on first and second. Still nobody away for Nick Dunn.
Designated hitter Nick Dunn.
Nick Dunn, 0-for-1 in tonight's ball game. Struck out his first time up. One of 2 strikeouts picked up by Antoine Kelly tonight. We'll check the runner at second. Griffin shades towards the bag. Pitch home, and it's a swing and a miss by Dunn. It's 0-1. Altoona's got the righty Poyu Chen up and throwing. So we'll see how much longer Antoine Kelly has in this game. 0-1 and Dunn takes it up and away. It's a ball and a strike. Nick Dunn did not play in last night's ball game. Riding a 7-game hitting streak, 12-game on-base streak. Hitting .318 over that on-base streak, and OPS over 1,000. 1-1, and I'll take that one down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dunn. Dunn has been a nice addition to this RFL's team. Acquired by the Phillies on June 14th from the Mariners, where he started the year in Tacoma. 2-1, Dunn swings, cranks it in the air, deep right field. Valdez is back, he's at the track, at the wall, and he's able to make the catch. Tagging from second to third goes Jose Rodriguez. Reyes was late to get back to first, so he has to stay put. So it's a deep fly out the right field by Nick Dunn. 378 feet on that, but it's just allowed and deep out number 1. Probably out if we were at home. Nonetheless, though, that'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate. McIntosh 0-for-1 in tonight's ball game. Rounded out to third his first time up. He bats up man on the corners and 1 out in the third. Pitch home, and McIntosh swings and he'll ground it foul off the facing of the RFL's dugout on the third base side. 2-0, Reading on top here in the third. Looking to tack on some more runs. Already 7 hits tonight against Antoine Kelly.
Hey guys, how are ya?
The 0-1. And that's a ground ball hard hit short. Griffin has it. Flips to Pichardo at second for 1. Relay to first is in time, and that's an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So no runs for Reading in the inning. They had a pair of base hits. 1 man left. We will head to the home half of the second. Fightin Phils on top, 2-0. Bottom half of the third inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. So, bottom half of the third inning, 2-0. Fightin Phillies on top of the curve. And it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up here in the frame for Altoona. As Braden Tucker's back out for his third inning of work. And it's been very smooth going for Tucker here in his Double-A debut. He has faced 6, and he's retired all 6 so far tonight. And Javier Rivas will be the first batter that Braden Tucker gets in this home half of the third inning. 14th Double-A game for Javier Rivas, currently on a 5-game hitting streak. Started the year with Greensboro, High A for the Pittsburgh Pirates before being promoted to Double-A Altoona. And the first one home is swung on and a ground ball softly hit short. Miller charges Fields, able to set himself, fires a wide throw across, and it pulls Benelis off the bag, who can't apply the tag to Rivas. So that'll be the first base runner of the night for Altoona. It's going to be an error on Miller, his 18th of the season. And that'll bring Kervin Pichardo to the plate. So Pichardo digs in from the right side. Did not play in last night's game. He is hitless over his last 2. And Tucker works the man on base for the first time. The pitch from the stretch is a bit up. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Tucker made his final High A start last Sunday in Wilmington. Went 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, struck out 6. Did not issue a walk against the Blue Rocks, the 1-0. And that one's up and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Pichardo hitting right at 200. His 84th game he's played with Double-A Altoona this year. And the delivery home is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-1. 26 pitches for Braden Tucker so far. Making his Double-A debut tonight for the Fightin Phillies. The 2-1. Swinging a fly ball, hit softly towards shallow center. Dylan Campbell is in. He's there. And the center fielder makes the grab for out number 1. And that'll bring the 9-man PJ Hilson to the plate.
Number 46, PJ Hilson.
Hilson joined the curve back on August the 6th, playing in his 12th game, hitting .267. Digs in from the right side. Tucker delivers home, and the first pitch is a called strike, top of the zone. It's 0-1. Fightin Phillies defensively look to turn 2. DeMartini plays even with the bag at third. Miller straight up at second and in a couple of steps. And Rodriguez plays shaded towards the middle at second. Benelis holds at first. The 0-1 is swung on and lifted into the air. Left side of the infield. Benelis and Rodriguez converge, and it's the second baseman Rodriguez who makes the call on the catch for out number 2. So that'll flip the lineup card over to O'Neal Cruz. Hear kind of the roaring of applause for Cruz on rehab assignment tonight with Altoona. Suffered a concussion, placed on the injury list August the 13th, so 10 days ago, trying to just work his way back up to the Pirates here. Cruz in from the left side, and Tucker's first pitch to him is swung on and rolled over. First base line, Tucker will scoop it, flip it to Benelis at first, and that will retire the side here in the third. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 man left on base for the curve. We will head to the 4th. Fightin Phillies on top, 2-0. A reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to Burke's Oral Surgery and Dental Implant Center. On to the fourth. Fightin Phil's on top 2-0. New arm is in for Altoona. It's Po-Yu Chen making his 23rd appearance, just his third this year out of the bullpen. 3-9 record, 5.63 ERA. 86 1/3 innings pitched, 91 hits allowed, 40 walks, 78 strikeouts, has surrendered 11 home runs, and the opposition hitting .268 off of Po-Yu Chen this year. Chen will get the bottom third of the Fightin Phil's lineup. Alex Pinellas, Dylan Campbell, Leandro Pineda, the three that are due up for Reading. We already have 7 hits tonight. So trying to tack on some more runs on top of those hits. First one to Pinellas is taken upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Antoine Kelly, 3 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both there. No walks and a couple of strikeouts. Would get the loss as things stand right now. 1-0. And Pinellas takes that down and in. He checked his swing, and they appeal to third. Her chief Nobu Yasuda says no swing. So it's 2-0. Pinellas flew out the right his first time up. 2-0. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes. He bats to the bases empty. Pinellas, who's been Reading's best hitter with men in scoring position this year. And the 3-0 catches the inside corner. It's 3-1. Pinellas, a .347 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. 275 overall. 3-1. And that's outside corner for a called strike. It's 3-2. Pinellas thought that was ball 4. So he's forced to dig back in here against Po-Yu Chen. 3-2. Pinellas swings, cranks it deep center. Cruz races back, has room, and did he make the shoestring catch? He did. What a play by O'Neal Cruz. Pretty much looked like that. He had it, then he overran it, and he used that 6'8" frame of him to make a shoestring catch in the left center field alley. So that'll be out number 1 and bring Antoine Kelly to the plate. First pitch to Dylan Campbell's a ball. It's 1-0. O'Neal Cruz, 6'8" tall. The tallest position player to ever play for the Curve. 1-0's inside, 2-0. Cruz also the tallest MLB player to start a game at shortstop at 6'8" tall. 2-0, and that's up and in, 3-0. Now, former RFL and current Harrisburg Senator Carlos De La Cruz, if he's able to make it to the big leagues at some point in his career, he'll be the tallest position player at 6'9", 3-0. On the corner for a called strike, it's 3-1 to Dylan Campbell. Usually guys that tall either A, are not playing baseball, or B, end up being pitchers. Think Randy Johnson, 3-1, and Campbell swings, and a 2-hopper towards the middle. Second baseman Pete Chardo, a couple of steps to his left, vacuums it up, fires the first in time. For out number 2, and that'll bring the 9-hitter Leandro Pineda to the plate. Fightin Phil's on top, 2-0 in this top half of the 4th inning. And first pitch is there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Pirates signed Po-Yu Chen, the 24-year-old, back in 2020 as an international free agent. Next pitch down, it's 1-1. Native of Taiwan. If he reaches the major leagues one day, he'd be just the 12th pitcher for the nation of Taiwan to reach the big leagues. The 1-1 misses down, 2 balls and 1 strike. Start of the year with Altoona. He's pretty much been with the Curve this year. Did make 1 spot start for Indianapolis in AAA back on May the 26th. The 2-1 home is swung on and fouled out of play left side. It's 2-2. Nice catch by a fan. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs to Pineda. Po-Yu Chen looking for a 1-2-3 fourth inning as Pineda steps out and calls time. Pitch home. Down low, 3-2. So another 3-ball count. Work by an Phillies hitter against Chen. He's at 16 pitches here in his first inning of work. Redding was able to chase Antoine Kelly from the game after 3 innings. And the payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4.
Fans, once again, there's a gray Ford Explorer. Second level of the parking garage. License plate
First walk issued by Po-Yu Chen. And the first overall by Altoona pitching tonight. And I don't think walking the 9-hitter to get to the red-hot Aiden Miller was in the plans for Po-Yu Chen. But now he'll face Miller, 1 for 2 tonight. He has singled and doubled. Driven in a couple of runs, had a 2-run double his last time up. And the first pitch home is taken inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Miller's reached base in 7 straight at-bats. And he has also reached base in 10 of his last 11 times to the plate. 1-0 misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. On the week, Miller is 10 for 17. And remember, Miller just won Eastern League Player of the Week 2 weeks ago, and he's putting up a case to win it again this upcoming Monday. 2-0. They're swung on and a ground ball foul, third base side. Miller has averaged up to 255, the highest it's been at any point this year. He got up to 247 on May the 31st. But really since then, it's been kind of in the 220s, maybe 210s range before this hot streak. 2-1 is taken down low, 3 balls and 1 strike to Miller. I mean, look, Miller, if he finishes this year around, say, 265, then you're going to look back and say it was a pretty good year for Aiden Miller. 3-1. He swings a line drive, and it falls into right center field for a base hit. Pineda around second, whole head to third. Get there standing up, and it is another base hit for Aiden Miller, his 3rd today. And it puts runners on the corners. 2 outs for Carson DiMartini. And once again, Aiden Miller has himself on the doorstep of 50 stolen bases on the year. Now we're gonna get a mound visit. Matt Ford, the pitching coach, will head on out along with the translator for Po-Yu Chen. Man, Aiden Miller right now he's on another planet. Like, this is the best baseball that Aiden Miller has played. Just, he's not swinging and missing. He's hitting everything hard. I mean, if he keeps this up, he might win Eastern League Player of the Week. I think he's primed to win Eastern League Player of the Month. As long as next week he turns in an average week, it's 300 next week or even 250. Probably has himself in a spot to do that. But right now, second base open and 2 outs. Eyes turn to Miller. He is at 49 stolen bases on the year. He is 1 away from becoming the first Phil since 1987 to steal 50 bases in a season. First pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Miller was not running on that pitch. I feel like he's going to be off and running at some point. With men on the corners here, 2 outs. 0-1 the count to DiMartini. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 0-1. Swinging a foul ball, it's 0-2. Miller again stayed put. DiMartini has popped up the short. He has struck out. 3rd time up already for him as the Fightin Phillies have 8 hits. Just 2 runs to show for it so far. Top 4, they lead 2-0. See if Miller takes off here, thinking it's going to be an off-speed pitch from Po-Yu Chen. Righty's ready at the belt. Pitch home. And it's a swing and a miss. Carson DiMartini goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. First strikeout by Po Yu Chen, third in total for Altoona pitching. No runs in the inning for Reading. They had one hit and two more men left on base. We will head to the home half of the fourth inning. Fightin Phillies on top 2-0. Klein is proud to be the official transportation provider of the Reading Fightin Phils. Klein Transportation gets the our Phils to all their road trips throughout the 2025 season. For more information, go to kleintransportation.com. Braden Tucker back out, finishing up his warm-up tosses in this home half of the fourth inning. Fightin Phils a 2-0 advantage over Altoona. And this is the penultimate game of the penultimate series of the 2025 road slate. Running back home next week against Chesapeake before the final road trip takes them to Hartford from September 2nd through the 7th. And then one more series at home against Somerset to finish things out. Connor Griffin leads off for the curve, 2-3-4 due up. First pitch home is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. It's been a very efficient start to his Double-A debut tonight for Braden Tucker. He's faced just one above the minimum. 0-1 is in tight, actually hit Griffin. So that'll be the second base runner allowed tonight by Braden Tucker. The other of which came on an error from Aiden Miller at shortstop. And that'll bring Termar Johnson to the plate. "32 pitches for Braden Tucker so far. Infield now sets up to turn two. DiMartini's up at third, perhaps expecting a bunt or just something slapped from the lefty. First pitch home, it's a swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Termar Johnson playing in his 100th game of the season. 0-for-1 so far tonight. He struck out back in the first. The first strikeout victim by Tucker. 0-1, runner goes. Pitch outside for a ball. McIntosh is throwing a hop, is late. And also skipped away from the shortstop, Aiden Miller, trying to apply the tag. So it's Double-A stolen base at number 2 for Griffin. Pitch was a ball, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Termar Johnson. And the Curve have potentially their first run of the night, standing 180 feet away. Connor Griffin is the first Pirates minor leaguer to steal 60 bases since Manny Ravello had 70 in 2001. 1-1 home, and it's swung on and tapped foul behind home plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Termar Johnson. Johnson overall, 264 hitter on the season. Tucker checks the runner at second, fires the 1-2, and Johnson just kind of poked it foul off the netting above the Phil's dugout on the third base side. So it's the second time Tucker's pitched with a man on tonight. First time it's been with the runner in scoring position. And the 1-2. Swung on, line drive into right center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Pineda gets to it quickly, so they hold the runner at third. And then Pineda just airmails his throw over everybody. And scoring will be Griffin. Termar Johnson goes into second. And the curve score, that makes it a 2-1 ball game. Termar Johnson will not get an RBI. That's going to be a throwing error on Pineda, his 7th of the year. I mean, look, if you're Pineda, that's a play you got to know to hit the cutoff man. Because now you'd be looking first and third for the 4-hitter Nick Samillo. Now all of a sudden it's a 2-1 ball game. And a runner on second base, still nobody away. And the first pitch home is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Nick Samillo, the cleanup hitter, is 0 for 1 tonight. Rounded out to third, his first time up in today's game. Tucker checks Johnson at second, fires the 0-1, and that one's outside. It's 1-1. I mean, Reading's a team, they rep those fundamental things almost every day. I mean, they take infield, outfield probably 4 days out of 6 per week before batting practice, and hitting cutoffs, throwing it to the right base. I mean, those are all things that they preach. 1-1 is swung on a line drive foul down the left field line. It's 1-2. It's the 7th error of the year for Pineda. 2nd total tonight for Reading. I mean, throwing it to the cutoff, throwing it to the right base. I mean, those are the differences in baseball games, right? Like, even if, say Samillo singles here, that would probably score Johnson, where else he would have probably just went first to third. Next pitch bounces outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Good job by McIntosh to get on it. Two balls and 2 strikes to Nick Samillo. 40 pitches for Tucker, who's kind of working through some adversity for the first time tonight. Termar Johnson leads off second. Righty on righty matchup. Pitch home. That is off the edge of the plate. It's 3-2. McIntosh tried to bring it back, but it was a good couple of inches off. So now the count runs full. Tucker ready at the belt. Time's called by Nick Samillo. Jose Rodriguez, Alex Pinellas both shade towards the middle with the right-handed bat up. Miller and DeMartini play straight out. Right outfield plays in the other way. And the 3-2 is outside ball 4.
Congratulations to Brenda Canning.
First walk issued by Braden Tucker tonight. See if that brings Brad Bergeson out. It will. So Fightin Phil's pitching coach Bergeson will come out and chat with Braden Tucker.
118, 216, and 310. All teams in those sections will receive a coupon for $2.
Paul McIntosh joins in on the conversation as well. If anything now, you do put the double play in order. So I guess that's kind of a silver lining of that walk by Braden Tucker. Omar Alfonso will be the next batter for the Curve once this mound visit breaks up. Home plate umpire Jamal Allen went out to try and speed some things along. This game moving at a pretty brisk pace so far. Hour and 5 minutes through. Bottom half for the 4th inning. 2-1, Fightin Phil's on top of the Curve. So Alfonso, the catcher, digs in from the left-handed batter's box. The 6'1", 235-pound, 22-year-old backstop. First pitch home, squares the bunt, gets it down. Tucker fields. Only play is the first. He'll make it. And Alex Pinellas had to stretch and come back to the bag, but he makes the play. So it's a sacrifice 1-3. for Alfonso. Johnson up to third. To second goes Nick Samillo. And we'll see what Reading does with the infield here. And it looks like they're going to come in with men on second and third, one out, as Merlin Valdez is the hitter. Valdez 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out. Could certainly use another one of those. And the first pitch home is swung on in a knuckler foul. Down the right field line, it's 0-1. Alex Pinella is the first baseman. Will have to race over and grab that one and then make a souvenir for a fan in the bleacher seats down the right field line. Next one home, swung on, ground ball foul. Pass and awaiting Andy Fox in the third base coach's box. So it's quickly 0-2 to us Merlin Valdez. Outfield plays straight up. Pineda in right plays a bit shallow with the right-handed bat as Merlin Valdez up. Tucker fared well against righties with Jersey Shore, held him to just a 186 average. Checks the runner at second and glances at third. And the 0-2. Swung on, lifted into the air. Foul territory, first base side. Pinellas races over and it'll land foul out of play. And it stays no balls and 2 strikes. "35th game for Valdez, hitless tonight. Is currently riding an 8-game on-base streak and has hits over his last 3 for the Pirates' number 15 overall prospect. Here's the 0-2. That one misses way upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller, DeMartini, straight up, in. Miller feet on the grass. DeMartini's even with the bag at third. Rodriguez in the grass at second. Pinellas even at first. And the next pitch is swung on, and it's a ground ball through the middle for a base hit. Scoring will be Johnson. Samillo goes to third, and it's an RBI single for us. Merlin Valdez. And the curve tie this game up at 2 apiece. So it's a 4-game hit streak, 9-game on-base streak for Valdez. And it's RBI number 15 for him. And that'll bring Javier Rivas to the plate. Tucker's still in a bit of a jam here. And Rivas will dig in. He reached his first time up on an error by Aiden Miller at shortstop. Infield able to move back to try and twist the double play. Pitch home, bunt, and it's fouled. It's 0-1. Wonder if they would try that again or if that was more of a one-time thing. So 0-1 to Javier Rivas. 204 hitter. Next pitch, swung on, ground ball short. Miller's got it, throws to second for 1. Rodriguez's relay to first is in time. And it's a big inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. And that will retire the side in the 4th. Curve to add a couple. They did so on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 man left on base. We played 4. We will head to the 5th. Fightin Field and Curve gridlocked at 2. It's time for tonight's Alumni Report, presented by Deer Country Farm and Lawn. And we'll head to Lehigh Valley, where they won 5-2 over Durham last night in a very alumni-heavy game for the Phillies. Andrew Painter started 1 run over 5 innings, struck out 5. Otto Kemp had 2 hits, a run, and 2 RBIs. Johan Rojas and Justin Crawford each with a hit and a run, while Crawford added an RBI in the victory. So 3-4-5 due up for Reading in this top half of the 5th inning. And the Curve are tied up at 2 apiece. Altoona got 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. The first pitch to Rodriguez, he swings and he pokes one towards right. Backing over a couple of steps goes the right fielder Valdez and makes the catch. That's out number 1. Po-Yu Chen is back out for his 2nd inning of work after Antoine Kelly went just 3 tonight. 26 pitches for Chen so far. And that'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate. Po-Yu Chen allowed a walk and a 2-out single to Miller and was able to strand runners on the corners with a strikeout of DeMartini. First pitch to Reyes is the ball, it's 1-0. Reyes 1 for 2 tonight, another one who's having a good week. He's batting .450. 9 for 20, 3 doubles, 2 RBIs. He's also stolen a base and struck out just 4 times. 1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Reyes batting .334. That leads the Eastern League entering today by 28 points over Erie's Max Anderson, who's at .306. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Way out in front of a curveball at 77. Reyes had 3 hits on Thursday and Friday. 13th time this year he's had 3 or more hits in a game. Already 1 tonight. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled. A ground ball third base side. So the count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes to Felix Reyes. Then the 1-2 inside goes pretty much right over the head of Reyes with a curveball. Somehow managed to not be hit by it, and it's 2-2. Home runs, 46 runs driven in. He's added 27 doubles as well. 2-2 is outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 42 total extra base hits for Felix Reyes. 4th most in the Eastern League. He's got a 9-game hit streak, 11-game on base streak. 3-2 is down low, ball 4. Or was that ball 3? I thought that was, yeah, that is ball 4. I don't even think Reyes realized it. I mean, he doesn't walk a lot. He wants to hit, and you can't blame him. Just the 16th time Felix Reyes has walked this year in 321 plate appearances. And yes, that is a very low mark. So it's a 1-out base runner for the Phillies. That'll bring Nick Dunn to the plate, who's 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch by Po-Yu Chen is up and away, and it's 1-0. Nick Dunn, who flew out to the warning track in right field his first time up. The big ballpark here in Altoona. Made Nick Dunn a victim of that last time up. 1-0 was top of the zone for a called strike. It's 1-1. 7-game hit streak, 12-game on base streak for Nick Dunn. Looking to keep that going tonight. 1-1, he swings and he pops it up. Shallow left center field, Griffin out, Hilson in, so is O'Neal Cruz. And it's left fielder Hilson who makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate.
Tonight's McDonald's strikeout guy.
So McIntosh digs in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Rounded into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play his last time up. And Reyes takes off. McIntosh swings and he skies it. Foul territory, third base side. Rivas is there, and he'll make the catch just in front of the Phillies dugout. And that'll retire the side here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, one left for the R Phils. We're halfway home from People's Natural Gas Field on this Saturday night. Reading and Altoona 2-2. This inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. So it's the bottom half of the fifth inning. Braden Tucker back on the mound, finishing up his warm-up tosses. And it's a 2-2 ball game here between the R Phils and Curve. So cruising right along. Played the first half of this ball game in just 1 hour and 18 minutes. And it'll be 8-9-1 due up for Altoona. Kervin Pichardo will be the first to bat here in the frame. Things out of Philadelphia going pretty well so far. And Mundo Sosa just clubbed a 3-run homer. Puts the Phillies up 5-0 over the Nationals, bottom of the fourth inning. So Kervin Pichardo digs in. First pitch on from Tucker. Been up and away, it's 1-0. Pichardo 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Flew out to center his first time up tonight. The 1-0. Just misses up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Pichardo came over in a trade from the Padres in 2024. And the 2-0 is a ground ball that goes through the hole on the right side. That'll be a base hit. Leadoff single for Kervin Pichardo. Third hit tonight for the Curve. And that'll bring the 9-hole man, P.J. Hilson, to the plate.
Left fielder P.J. Hilson.
So Hilson digs in from the right side. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Popped off to the second baseman Rodriguez, his first time up. The first pitch home, he swings and he fouls it back. Shoots right into a sweet. Then hits off the back brick wall and then shot back into the 300 level here at People's Natural Gas Field. Definitely one of the nicer ballparks you'll see across minor league baseball. Definitely one of the nicest press boxes too. Here's the 0-1. Runner starts and stops, and the pitch catches the outside corner. It's 0-2. 12th game with Altoona for P.J. Hilson. Joined the team back on August the 6th. Hit .259 with Greensboro over 60 contests played. The 0-2 is swung on and pop back foul, go out of play. And a nice catch by a kid with his hat. That is a heck of a play. Tracked it in the entire way. And he makes the catch, so. Caps off to that one, literally and figuratively, I guess. The 0-2. Low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, if this was a Savannah Bananas game, then P.J. Hilson would be out, because one of the many unique rules that the Savannah Bananas roll out is that if a fan makes a catch, or it might be a designated fan if they make the catch, then the batter is out. The 1-2, swung on and a ground ball towards third. DeMartini backhands, goes to second for 1. Relay to first will be late, It'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice. They do get the lead runner. So Pichardo's out at second. Hilson's aboard on the fielder's choice. And one out in the inning. That'll bring O'Neal Cruz in the top of the order up. So Cruz digs in from the left side. He's 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game. He's popped up the third. He's grounded back to the pitcher, Tucker. And first pitch is a pitch out. They were thinking that maybe Hilson would have went. He did not. So it's 1 ball and no strikes to the left-handed back, Cruz. He's the third Pirate to rehab with Altoona this year. Spencer Horowitz and Johan Oviedo were the other two. The 1-0, he swings. Line drive down the right field line. That's going to roll all the way to the corner. Heading towards third is Hilson. He's going to get waved home. Cruz is heading to third, and there will be no play at third. And it's an RBI triple for O'Neal Cruz, and the curve take a 3-2 lead. Just absolutely rocketed down the right field line. 111 miles per hour off the bat from Cruz. And it was a long run for Leandro Pineda. This is a very big outfield here at People's Natural Gas Field. So Cruz on third. Had 2 triples with the Pirates this year. Prior to going on the injury list. It's going to be a pitch clock violation. Actually, no, I think it was Tucker saying he's going to pitch out of the windup. So no pitch clock violation. Just a man on third, 1 out. Infield up as Connor Griffin steps in, and the first pitch is a bit off the edge of the plate to the righty. It's 1-0. Connor Griffin tonight has grounded back to the pitcher. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's scored a run. And the 1-0. That one just misses, apparently. Thought that would have clipped the bottom of the zone from what we're seeing up here. So it's 2 balls and no strikes to Connor Griffin. 2-0 home. That is a line drive through the hole, right side base hit. O'Neal Cruz can walk on home, and it is a RBI single for Connor Griffin. And that'll make it a 4-2 Altoona lead. RBI number 3 at the AA level for Connor Griffin, and that'll bring Termar Johnson to the plate. Brendan Tucker at 64 pitches. Wonder how long the leash is going to be on him tonight. First pitch to Johnson. Griffin takes off. It's a pitch out, and Griffin, seeing that, comes to a stop and dives headfirst back into first safely. There was no throw by Paul McIntosh behind home plate, but good job by McIntosh and Tucker being on the same page on that. So it's 1 ball, no strikes to Termar Johnson. He singled in his last at-bat and scored a run. And the next pitch misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. It was pretty smooth sailing through the first 3 innings of this game for Braden Tucker. Allowed just 1 base runner, and it came on an error. But since then, Altoona's bats have got into the 26-year-old making his AA debut. 2-0. That one's down the chute for a called strike. It's 2-1. Johnson, the Pirates' number 6 overall prospect. He's on a 9-game on-base streak. 2-1, Griffin goes, swing and a miss. Throw to second is late. And Connor Griffin has his 2nd stolen base of the night and 3rd since joining Altoona on Tuesday. So it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count here to Termar Johnson. 68 pitches for Braden Tucker. Johnson hitting .356 over his last 15 games. 6 runs driven in, an OPS of .875. And he bats with Connor Griffin on second and 1 out. Pitch home. Swung on, ground ball right side. Benellis lets it go to Rodriguez at second, who fields it. And Tucker, covering the bag, gets there in time. And that'll be out number 2. It's going to be a 4-1 put out. There's a lot of people that thought Tucker missed the bag. Andy Fox, the Altoona manager, asking for it, but Donald Goller, the first base umpire, saying, nope, he got it. And from up here, it looked like he did. Connor Griffin went to third on the play. And that'll bring Nick Samillo, the cleanup man, to the plate, 2 outs. 2 runs for Altoona in each of the last 2 innings. They lead it 4-2. Plate umpire steps out as Tucker signaling that he's going to pitch out of the windup here. Samillo tonight has walked and grounded out to third, 0 for 1. And the first pitch home is bit up and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Infield back for the Arfells. DeMartini, about a step and a dive off the line. Miller straight up. Rodriguez shaded towards the middle, and Benellis guards that hole on the right side. 1-0 is over for a called strike. It's 1-1. Outfield straight up for the most part. Pineda a couple of steps closer to the line and in per usual. And the 1-1. This is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I would think this is probably the last inning tonight for Braden Tucker. Just seems like Altoona started to get to him, and it's also the 3rd time through the order. And the 2-1 to Samillo, swing and a miss, 2-2. Wrestling night here at People's Natural Gas Field. So just like we did in Reading a couple weeks back, the headshots on the video board are as different wrestlers. Nick Samillo is Hulk Hogan, who passed away a couple of weeks back. 2-2. Just misses it outside, 3-2. It's just the runner on third in Griffin, so he will not be off and running on the pitch. Three-two count, 2 outs. Tucker, 74 pitches, fires home, and misses outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Braden Tucker tonight. Both have been to Nick Samillo. Paul McIntosh will go out and chat with Tucker. Gunnar Mayer has begun to throw in the Reading bullpen, so of course the hope is that you don't have to see Mayer this inning, but probably safe to assume that Gunnar Mayer will get the ball in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Home plate umpire Jamal Allen comes out to break up that mound visit between Tucker and McIntosh. So Alfonso digs in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to third his first time up and had a sac bunt back to the pitcher in the 4th. And the first pitch home is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Omar Alfonso, a .211 hitter, couple of home runs, 13 runs driven in. That's with men on the corners and 2 outs. Altoona up 4-2 in the 5th. Pitch home, misses up, 2 balls and no strikes. From a distance, kind of Braden Tucker, similar build to Mick Abel, not as tall. Tucker 6'3". I think also him wearing number 25, which is what Abel wore with Reading, probably contributes to that. 2-0 is down low again. It's 3-0. It's been a very tight strike zone tonight, especially down low from home plate umpire Jamal Allen. So we'll see if Omar Alfonso has the green light here. Pitch home, and he does not, and it's on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 3-1. Looked like Alfonso was turning away to toss his bat and go to first base, but Jamal Allen says that one clipped the inside part of the plate. But it's still a hitter's count. It's 3-1. Last pitch was a fastball at 89 from Tucker. The righty's ready at the belt. And he fires home. The runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. McIntosh won't bother throwing to second. So Nick Samila will pick up his 5th stolen base of the year. And it'll be a 3-ball and 2-strike count here. 2 outs in the inning, men on second and third. Tucker likely what's his final batter tonight. Trying to end it on a high note and head back to the dugout, only down by 2. Payoff pitch. Swung on and knuckled back foul. It stays 3-2. That was the 80th pitch tonight by Braden Tucker. Mauro Alfonso, 13 runs driven in since joining Altoona. Tucker ready at the belt, 3-2 again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3rd and likely final strikeout tonight for Braden Tucker as he ends the bottom half of the 5th inning and what's likely the end of his Double-A debut. 2 more runs scored for the Curb on 2 hits. And Altoona leaves 2 on base. We're through 5. We will head to the 6th. Fightin Field's offense now some work to do. They trail it 4-2. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. It offers a true test of golf on a championship-style course. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more info. So we go to the top half of the 6th inning. The Altoona Curve on top for what feels like the first time in a handful of days, 4-2. And Po-Yu Chen is back out for his 3rd inning of work. And we'll get the bottom 3rd of Reading's lineup. Alex Benellis will be the first to bat here in the inning. Benellis 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts. And Benellis will dig in from the left side here. And Po-Yu Chen's ready to go. First one home, and Benellis will take that one inside. It's 1-0. Fastball at 91 from Chen. Pitch home is down low, 2-0. Fightin Phillies, winners of 3 straight. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Reading looking to pick up what will be just their 5th series victory of the season. 2-0. Up and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Reading has won 4 series. They split 3, and they've dropped 13 in total here in 2025. 3-0, and that's down low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Alex Benellis to start this frame. The 3rd walk issued already by Po-Yu Chen, and that'll bring Dylan Campbell to the plate. Chen entered play tonight, 40 walks through 86 and 1/3 innings of work. So he hasn't been, the best at keeping them off the base paths with the free paths. First pitch to Dylan Campbell is right down the chute for a called strike. Went sinker at 89 for Po-Yu Chen. Campbell 1 for 2 tonight. He has singled and scored a run back in the second. Next pitch misses down. It's 1-1. 46 game for Campbell, 232 overall. He's hit 6 home runs, 17 runs driven in since joining Reading back in early July. 1-1, swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 1-2. Got a piece of the catcher, Omar Alfonso, it looked like. Campbell 5 for 21 this week. Came after going 4 for 25 on the homestand last week against Akron. 2 of those 4 hits were home runs. Start of the year with Jersey Shore. Hit just 221, but a 323 mark in June led to his promotion to Reading. The 1-2 is swung on and lifted out of play, foul, and it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. He also had a hit, RBI, and runs scored on Friday night. Currently riding a 7-game hit streak. 1-2, low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gunnar Mayer continues to throw in the Reading bullpens. Looks like he'll get the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-2. And Campbell swings, foul tips it, squeezed by the catcher, Alfonso, and that'll be strike number 3. Second strikeout tonight for Po-Yu Chen. And with 1 out, that'll bring Leandro Pineda to the plate. Pineda's been aboard twice tonight. He doubled and scored a run in the second, walked back in the 4th. First pitch home is taken for a ball up. It's 1-0. Curveball at 76 from Chen. Misses up and in. The 1-0. And Pineda will foul it straight back. It's 1-1. Pineda's also got his average up to probably one of the highest marks of the year. Sitting at 221. His average kind of seesawed back and forth between the 190s and low 210s for most of the year. So nice to see Pineda put in a good month of August together, just like Aiden Miller. The 1-1, he swings at it and fouls it back and out of play. And it's 1-2. 4-2, curve on top. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. Altoona 2 runs in each of the last 2 frames, and Pineda will step out and call time. Pinellas, who led off the inning with the walk, gets his lead. And the next pitch is down and in, 2-2 to Leandro Pineda, who's really working some good at-bats. 2-2, and it's a swing and a miss. Another curveball there from Po-Yu Chen, and Pineda swings through it. That's strike number 3. Out number 2 of this 6th inning, and that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate. So Aiden Miller, 3 for 3 tonight, 2 singles and a double. Also a couple of runs driven in. He's got his average up to 257. The first pitch is a called strike. It's 0-1. Miller having an excellent week, and he swings the next one. Ground ball foul, third base line, it's 0-2. It's already the 7th 3-hit game of the season for Aiden Miller. Does not have a 4-hit game yet in 2025, so should have a couple of opportunities to try and do that. No ball, it's 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Miller goes down on strikes. And Po-Yu Chen ends up striking out the side after the leadoff walk to Alex Pinellas. So no runs, no hits, and 1 left on base for the Phillies. We'll head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Reading trails it 4-2. This day in Baseball Town history is presented by Body Zone Sports and Wellness, the official workout facility of the our Phils. We go all the way back to 2004, 21 years ago today at Reading. Carlos Ruiz hits a solo home run for the second time of the game in the bottom of the ninth inning to lift the Phillies past New Britain 7-6 in a standalone makeup game. New Britain had rallied from a 5-0 hole to take the lead 6-5 in the eighth before Carlos Ruiz hit his second home run for a walk-off. New pitcher in for Reading in this bottom half of the sixth inning. It is Gunnar Mayer making his team most 35th appearance of the year. 2-3, a 6.07 ERA, 43 innings, 42 hits, 6 of which are home runs, 31 walks, 54 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .254 against Gunnar Mayer this year. As Merlin Valdez leads off, takes the first offering for a called strike. It's 0-1. Altoona will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate here in the frame. Valdez, who's 1 for 2 so far in tonight's game. Had a RBI single last time up in the fourth. And the 0-1 from Gunnar Mayer, swung on and lifted. It goes out of play foul. Right side, it's 0-2. Final line on Braden Tucker in his Double-A debut. 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the 26-year-old. The 0-2 misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's the first appearance of the week for Gunnar Mayer. The 1-2 misses down 2-2. He's coming off a rough outing on Sunday against Akron at home. Over just an inning and a third, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs all earned. Walked 2, struck out 2. Next pitch home is swung on, ground ball third. DeMartini fields deep in the hole, spins, fires the first in time. Another impressive play by Carson DeMartini at third base. First out of the inning. So Valdez retired as the putout goes 5-3. And that'll bring Javier Rivas to the plate.
Number 7, Chick-fil-A hitter.
Altoona does have action in their bullpen. It's a lefty up and throwing. First pitch home is a called strike. It's 0-1. It's Jaden Woods, the lefty, who's up and throwing for Altoona. Here's the 0-1, swinging a miss 0-2. So they're able to get Po-Yu Chen to bridge the middle third of the game. Now Altoona will turn to their bullpen, their true bullpen, as Po-Yu Chen's mostly been a starter this year, to try and string together the last 3 innings of this game. They lead at 4-2, bottom of the 6th. Gunnar Mayer looking to settle things down on the mound for the Phils. The 0-2, swinging a ground ball foul. Third base line, just foul. Crew chief Nobu Yasuda had to call on that one. Javier Rivas tonight's 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the third. Grounded into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. His last time up in the fourth. And he's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Mayer ready's at the belt, deals home. And it's low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes to the righty. Rivas on a 5-game hit streak currently. Of course, that's in jeopardy right now as he's still hitless in tonight's game. And the 1-2, swung on another ground ball, third base side. Andy Fox, the manager for Altoona, will go and retrieve it as a swarm of kids in that third base picnic area. Go to retrieve that. It stays 1-2 with 1 out. Mayer fires. Swung on and a chopper to short. 2 outs for a charging Aiden Miller. Fires across. It's in time, and that is out number 2. So a couple of ground outs induced by Gunnar Mayer to start this 6th inning. And that'll bring Kervin Pichardo, the 8-hitter, to the plate for the Curve. Beautiful Saturday night. Sun setting. Temperatures right at 80 degrees. The mountains out of the distance here in central Pennsylvania. First pitch to Pichardo is a ball. It's 1-0. Central PA really is, it's a great spot in the summer, especially in the fall, when the leaves start to turn, while the mountains out in the distance. I know taking that drive many times from Altoona to State College on 99, especially during the fall time. 1-0, swung on, ground ball foul towards the third base coach's box. It's 1-1. And the weather's just been magnificent all week. It's been, low 80s during the day, upper 70s at night, even dipping into the 60s during the night, which is, that's just the perfect weather for this time of year. Not too hot, not too cold. 1-1, swung on, ground ball hits off of Gunnar Mayer. Miller charges, bare hands it, can't scoop it. So that's going to be an infield single. That was 101 going off the foot of Mayer. Hopefully he is okay. Al Padrique and Meg Flaherty, the athletic trainer, both come out of the dugout right away. It looks like Mayer's okay, but when you got 101 coming right back at your foot, they're going to come take a look at you. Doesn't look like really any distress for Mayer. Yeah, pretty quick conversation. So Al Padrique and head athletic trainer Meg Flaherty will head back to the R-Phil's dugout. And P.J. Hilson will step in.
Left fielder P.J. Hilson.
Two outs in the bottom part of the 6th inning. Altoona leads at 4-2. And Pichardo's aboard. He's got 5 stolen bases this year in 7 attempts. I know they were keeping a good eye on him last time he was aboard. First pitch home, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. When a slider at 86 that tailed to the outside part that the righty Hilson couldn't catch up to. And it's a great crowd on hand on this Saturday night here in Altoona. Fireworks after the game. Runner takes off, pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Throw to second is also a strike, and Pichardo is out at second base. 6th runner that Paul McIntosh has caught stealing this year, and that will end the bottom half of the 6th inning. No runs on a hit, and ultimately nobody left on base for the Curve. 2/3 of the way home on this Saturday night from Altoona. Curve on top, 4-2. Top of the 7th inning is presented by White Star Travel, the official group sponsor of the Reading Fightin Fields. Visit whitestartours.com for more. Stick around after tonight's game for the White Star Tours post-game show as we recap the second to last game of this week's series. So we go to the 7th, 4-2, Curve on top. New pitcher is in for Altoona. It's the lefty Jaden Woods, 5-4 record, 5.05 ERA. This is 38th outing of the year. 51 2/3 innings pitched. 56 hits, 3 of which were home runs, 27 walks, 53 strikeouts, 271 the opponent's batting average, and Woods delivers the first pitch to Carson DiMartini for a ball outside. It's 1-0. DiMartini in search of his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts, the 1-0. He swings in a ground ball right back to the box. Fielded by the pitcher. Woods will flip it underhand to first base. That's out number 1 as 1-3 goes to put out.
Second baseman, Jose Rodriguez.
So a good outing by Po-Yu Chen, kind of bridging the middle part of this game. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Walked 3, struck out 4. Jose Rodriguez will dig in from the right side. First pitch home is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Another good night for Rodriguez. Couple of hits. Came after he had 3 hits last night, the 1-0. He swings on a line drive into center field. It'll fall in front of a charging Valdez for a base hit. So it's another 3-hit night for Jose Rodriguez. He's aboard with a 1-out single. And that'll bring the Eastern League's leading hitter, Felix Reyes, to the plate. Ninth hit tonight for the Phillies, but just 2 runs to show for it. They've stranded 8 through 6 innings, and they're 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. First pitch to Reyes is swung on a ground ball foul, third base side. And it's 0-1.
Outfielder was set up, and you know what that means?
Reyes tonight's been aboard twice. He's 1 for 2 overall. Singled in the 3rd, walked his last time up in the 5th. The 0-1, and Reyes swings, hits it into the air, down the right field line. Giving it a look is Esmerlin Valdez, but it'll go out of play into the kid zone. Deep down the right field line. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Here to Felix Reyes. And the next pitch, he swings, foul tips, it's squeezed by the catcher Alfonso. And Felix Reyes goes down on strikes. So first strikeout for Jaden Woods, and the 7th overall for Altoona pitching tonight. And that'll bring Nick Dunn to the plate. Dunn's 0 for 3 tonight. Trying to keep his 7-game hitting streak going. First pitch is a ball. Delayed steal by Rodriguez. Throw to second is late. And Jose Rodriguez has that bag stolen. His 4th of the year in game number 16 with Reading. And now puts a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count as the first pitch was outside to Nick Dunn. Dunn also on a 12-game on-base streak. The 1-0 is up and in the lefty. It's 2-0. It's 3 for 12 so far in the week. 2 of those 3 were home runs, both on Wednesday night. For Dunn, who's been a pro since 2018. First career 2 home run game. Since through the 2-0 and misses, it's 2-1. Both bullpens empty, so looks like Gunnar Mayer will come back out for the bottom of the 7th. 2-1, and Dunn swings and he flares it shallow right. In comes Valdez, so is O'Neal Cruz, but it's actually the second baseman, Kevin Pichardo, who makes the backtracking catch in shallow right field. So in the inning for Reading, no runs, 1 hit, and they end up leaving 1 on base. We will head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and it's time to stretch here from People's Natural Gas Field on the bottom of the 7th. Altoona on top, 4-2. Bottom half of the 7th inning here from People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Starr. Appreciate you spending part of your Saturday night with myself. And Altoona is on top of Reading 4-2. And this inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. So Gunnar Mayer, after working a 1-2-3 6th inning, aided by a caught stealing of Kervin Pichardo by Paul McIntosh, is back out for his 2nd inning of work. 8-9-1 due up. B.J. Hilson leads off for the Curve. And the first pitch to Hilson is waved on and whiffed. It's 0-1. Hilson was batting to end last inning when Pichardo was nabbed trying to take second base. The 0-1 is called strike. It's 0-2. Was the 24th instance this year where a Reading catcher has caught a runner stealing. The 6th time that McIntosh has done it. He's 6 for 56 overall. 0-2 to Hilson is outside for a ball. It's 1-2. If you're just joining us, Braden Tucker made his AA debut tonight for the Fightin Phillies. Went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. He was tagged for 2 each in the 4th and 5th. 1-2, swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes at P.J. Hilson. First punch out for Gunnar Mayer tonight. Just the 4th total for Reading pitching. And that'll bring O'Neal Cruz to the plate for the 4th time tonight. Cruz 1 for 3 tonight. Had an RBI triple his last time up. The first pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. It's also popped up to third and rounded back to the pitcher in tonight's ball game. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss by O'Neal Cruz. It's 1-1. Cruz 108 games with the Pirates at 207, 18 homers, 51 runs driven in. Also stolen a career high, 34 bags. He's taken all the way on the 1-1. It's down and in, 2 balls, 1 strike. Played for Altoona in 2019 and 2021. Named the league all-star after the 2021 season. 2-1 is at the knees for a strike, 2-2. Actually was not called the Eastern League in 2021. It was called AA Northeast. All the same teams, same divisions, but just the name of the league for that 1 year was different. Technically, the Eastern League, as it used to be, ceased to exist after 2019. You know, Major League Baseball kind of took over minor league baseball and took charge of all the leagues. They changed to the AA Northeast for 2021. 2-2, it's a swing and a foul tip squeezed by McIntosh. And O'Neal Cruz goes down on strike, so a couple of strikeouts to start this inning for Gunnar Mayer, and that'll bring Connor Griffin to the plate. Then 2022 onwards, Major League Baseball announced that all the traditional league names, including the Eastern League, would come back. So it's technically not the same governing body Eastern League that was up until 2019, but still has the same traditional name. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. 2 outs, home half of the 7th inning. Fightin Phillies trail it 4-2 to Altoona tonight. Reading winners of 3 straight, trying to come from behind here and clinch themselves a series victory. The 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 1-1. Connor Griffin, Pittsburgh's #1 overall prospect. Baseball's #1 overall prospect. Just 19 years and 4 months old. 1-1 is inside for a ball to Griffin. It's 2-1. He's 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Also was hit by a pitch. He has scored a run, also drove one in back in the 5th. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. It's a good slider at 84 by Mayer on the outside part. Griffin was unable to connect. Time is called by Griffin. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs here in the 7th. Gunnar Mayer looking for a 1-2-3 inning as the Fightin trail at 4-2 to Altoona. He's ready at the letters. He fires home, and Griffin will swing, and he'll poke one down the right field line, and it is foul. Just to the right of the chalk down the right field line. Saves extra bases from Connor Griffin, and the count remains 2-2. Griffin, 5th game, first week in Double-A. Promoted to Altoona prior to this week's series. 278 so far on the week. 2-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And in front of a changeup from Gunnar Mayer, who strikes out the side. Here in a 1-2-3, bottom half of the 7th inning. We will head to the 8th. Fightin Phillies down by 2. Altoona leads it 4-2. Top of the 8th inning here from People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. Curve lead at 4-2 over the Fightin Phillies. Reading got their 2 runs tonight in the top of the 2nd inning. Altoona scored 2 each in the 4th and 5th. Reading's had plenty of base runners tonight. They got 9 hits, and they've left 9 on base. And as Jaden Woods finishes up his warm-up tosses for his 2nd frame, Fightin Phillies will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate here in the inning.
Leading out for Reading, catcher Paul McIntosh. Tonight's McDonald's strikeout guy.
And there is a defensive change for Altoona. O'Neal Cruz now out of the ball game, and Mitch Jebb is into the game. He'll play center field for the rest of the way. Paul McIntosh leads off. First pitch, a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Jebb, who was not originally in tonight's starting lineup. Obviously, O'Neal Cruz being the center fielder and leading off, trying to fill in Jebb's spot. The next pitch, McIntosh swings. Slow roller to the left side. Charging his Rivas, the third baseman. He'll glove it and throw it from the grass to first in time. And that is out number 1. 5-3 goes the put out, and that'll bring Alex Benellis to the plate. So Paul McIntosh now 0 for 4, in danger of that 5-game hitting streak coming to an end tonight. Now it's Benellis who's 0 for 2. He has walked, so his on-base streak is up to 12. First pitch home. It's a swing and a miss by Benellis. It's 0-1. Reading does have bullpen action. It is Andrew Bechtold. 0-1 is up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Benellis. Benellis making his 3rd start since coming off the injured list. just about a week and a half with lower back tightness. The 1-1's over for a called strike. It's 1-2. Is 2 for 9 on the week. He has walked a couple of times. He has struck out twice, and now make that 3 times as Woods dots the outside corner of a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. His second strikeout, also the second out of the inning, and that'll bring Dylan Campbell to the plate. First pitch to Campbell's over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Campbell's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored a run back in the second. That's been the only inning with runs for Reading tonight. 0-1's inside. It's 1-1. Campbell up to a 7-game hitting streak after his base hit his first time up. 1-1. Misses up at the letters. 2 balls, 1 strike. Also a little bit in. 4-2, curve on top. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1. Campbell is swinging a foul. Dribbled it straight back. It's 2-2. Sun almost down. Lights in full effect. The roller coaster in right field, which is no longer active, is also lit up currently. Has some uplighting underneath it as well. And then along the track, it has some flashing lights. 2-2, Campbell swings, lifts it into the air. It'll slice out of play foul. Next to Miller, the first baseman, gave it a look, but it's well foul up into the 300 level. The 2023 Reading's bullpen wanted to go on the roller coaster, and they went all the way out there before being told that it was no longer open. 2-2, and Campbell swings into the air, straightaway center. Jeb goes back, comes to a spot, makes the catch. And that will retire the side in the 8th. 1, 2, 3 go down the Fightin Phillies. We will head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Curve lead it 4-2. Before this bottom half of the 8th inning kicks off, let's take a look at our Fightin Phillies team leaders presented by PA Army National Guard. And we'll take a look at Aiden Miller. Has another stolen base tonight, is at 49 on the season. 1 stolen base shy from becoming the first R-Phil to get 50 in a season since Jose Leyva did it back in 1987. So 4-2, curve on top, bottom half of the 8th inning. And new pitcher in for the R-Phils is Andrew Bechtold. Bechtold making his 34th appearance of the year, 0-3, a 4.11 ERA, 35 innings pitched, 35 hits, 3 home runs, 19 walks, 49 strikeouts, and a 246 opponent's batting average. 3-4-5 due up for the curve. The first pitch to the leadoff man, Termar Johnson, was a bit up for a ball. It's 1-0. The next one home. This swung on and drilled in the air, deep right field. Pineda's back, turns, looks up, and that ball is off the top of the wall. And it went off the top of the wall, went over the wall, and then came back in. so it's going to be ruled a ground rule double for Termar Johnson. That's his second hit tonight, 13th double.
First baseman Nick Simillo.
And that'll bring Nick Simillo to the plate. Simillo just 0 for 1 tonight. He has walked a couple of times. Andrew Bechtold, the hard-throwing righty, checks the runner, deals home. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled. It's 0-1. Simillo has worked 2 walks tonight. They've been the only walks that our Phillies pitching has allowed in tonight's ball game. Curve also do have action in their bullpen. Tyler Samanego, the lefty arm, is up and throwing for Altoona. So here's the 0-1, and it's swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Fastball at 98 from Andrew Bechtold. Second outing of the week for Bechtold. Pitched on Wednesday night, allowed no runs, 1 hit. Struck out 1, did not allow a walk over 1 inning of work. And Reading's victory over the Curve, 7-1 on Wednesday night. The 0-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Went to the cutter at 90 from Bechtold. His first strikeout tonight, 7th overall for Reading pitching. And that'll bring Omar Alfonso to the plate. Very nice bounce back outing for Gunnar Mayer tonight. Went 2 scoreless, allowed a hit. No walks, 3 strikeouts. And what will end up being a no decision no matter what for Gunnar Mayer. Reading trails at 4-2 here in the 8th inning. First pitch to Alfonso, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. As things stand right now, Braden Tucker is going to get the loss. And the wind is going to go to Po-Yu Chen, who tossed the middle 3 innings of this ball game for the Curve. Alfonso 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch to him, a swing and a foul ball, it's 0-2. Very heavy on that cutter slider from Andrew Bechtold tonight. He's got the fastball that gets up to the upper 90s. He's touched 99 at times. Bechtold, a converted pitcher, was not a pitcher really ever in his life up until really 2023 when he did it full time for St. Paul and the Twins organization. They drafted him as a position player. He played as a position player. Here's the 0-2, and it's inside, 1-2. Then his manager pulled him into his office in 2023 in St. Paul and said, hey, we're going to convert you to a pitcher. And Bechtold said he didn't love it at first, but obviously it's paid off in the long run for the 28-year-old righty. 1-2, and that one misses down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball at 97 from Bechtold. Alfonso laid down a sac bunt back in the 4th. 0 for 2 otherwise. And the next pitch is another cutter that misses down. Blocked by McIntosh. It's 3-2. So the count goes full here to Omar Alfonso, the catcher, as Termar Johnson leads off second. Big run out there. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ball did bounce. McIntosh applies the tag to Alfonso. So back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Bechtold. And with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, that'll bring Esmeralyn Valdez to the plate. So Valdez digs in for the right side. 1 for 3 in tonight's game. And the first pitch, he swings and he pops it up towards right. Leandro Pineda is in, over towards the line. Now he'll gallop back a couple of steps, and the right fielder makes the catch to retire the side in the 8th. No runs on a hit, and 1 man left for the curve. On to the 9th inning. Altoona leads at 4-2. It's rally time for the R Phillies. When we come back here on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network. We go to the top of the 9th inning here from People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. And tonight's attendance, it's a sellout. 8,037. It's presented by PSECU. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. So on to the top half of the 9th inning. Fightin' Phil's down 4-2 to Altoona. So last chance for Reading as it's 9-1-2 due up. And it's a new pitcher in for the curve. It's the lefty Tyler Samaniego, making his 15th outing of the year. 0-1, 3.38 ERA. 2 saves in as many opportunities, so he's going to have a save situation here, up by 2. 18 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits allowed, has not surrendered a home run. 5 walks, 22 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 191 off of Samaniego this year. So Leandro Pineda will lead things off here for the R Phils against Samaniego. So again, Reading just 2 runs in the second. That's been all the offense they've had tonight. And the curve bullpen have been excellent. First pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. Jaden Woods, the most recent of which, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a couple of strikeouts. Now they turn it over to Samaniego. The 0-1 is up and away, ball and a strike. Last pitched on Tuesday night. Got the save in game 1. The 1-1 is outside, 2-1. Struck out 2, no runs, no hits over an inning of work. Actually picked up saves in consecutive appearances. Really just dominated the side. Struck out a pair to end the game. The 2-1. And Pineda swings, taps it foul. It's 2-2. Leandro Pineda in tonight's ball game is 1 for 2. He's doubled, walked, and struck out. Scored one of Reading's 2 runs back in the second. The 2-2. That is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Aiden Miller waits on deck for the Fightin' Phils. He's had himself a good night. He's 3 for 4. So double and a couple of runs driven in. And the 3-2. And Pineda takes that one on the outside corner, called strike 3. Pineda thought it was ball 4, started to take off his equipment to go to first. But home plate umpire Jamal Allen says not so fast. And that is out number 1. First strikeout for Samaniego, the 9th in total for Altoona pitching. And that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate. Miller 3 hits in tonight's ball game. First pitch home, he swings in a ground ball foul, third base side. Miller looking for a season high 4 hits. And it would be the 3rd time he's had 4 hits in a game in his career. The 4th time he's had 4 or more hits because he also had a 5-hit game last year. 0-1, he swings in a ground ball left side. Fielded by Rivas at third. Fires the first, it's in time. That's out number 2, and that'll bring Carson DiMartini to the plate. Reading's last chance tonight.
Third baseman Carson DiMartini.
It's been a tough night for DiMartini. He's 0 for 4 overall. He's popped up the short. He has struck out a couple of times, and he's also grounded out back to the pitcher his last time up. 4-2 curve lead. Bases are empty. 2 outs here in the 9th. And first pitch home is swung on and fouled off the netting behind home plate. It's 0-1. Samaniego picked up the save on Tuesday. And also a save last Saturday at Richmond. So he's looking for his 3rd save in as many appearances, all of which have come over the last week. 0-1. That one's down. It's 1-1. Began the year on the injured list. Made rehab appearances at the Complex, Bradenton, and Greensboro. 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Activated off the injured list by Altoona on June the 24th. Making his 15th appearance tonight with Altoona, looking for his 3rd save. 2 outs in the 9th, 2-1 to DiMartini. Here's the pitch. That is at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-2. Sellout crowd tonight, 8,037 come to their feet. Samanego's ready. The 2-2 pitch, outside, it's 3-2. Should DiMartini reach? Jose Rodriguez is on deck. He has 3 hits for the 2nd straight night. Samanego ready, the payoff pitch. Swung on, a line drive towards left. Charging is Hilson. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side and end the ball game. Tyler Samanego picks up his 3rd save, and what's a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 9th inning tonight. And the Fightin Phil's 3-game winning streak is snapped tonight as the Curve bullpen just absolutely dominates Reading's offense on this Saturday night. And Reading will have to give it another shot on Sunday to try and pick up their 5th series win of the season here in their 2nd to last road trip of 2025. Well, as the Curve celebrate down in the field, we'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, it's our White Star Travel and Tours post-game show. Coming up after this here on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network. Welcome you in to the White Star Travel and Tours post-game show here on the Reading Fightin Phil's radio network. I'm Jake Starr. As the Fightin Phil's three-game winning streak is snapped tonight, a 4-2 victory for the Altoona Curve tonight over the Phils. And let's take a look at how it all went down on this Saturday night, second to last game of this week's 6-game series. So Reading, it looked like the Bats were going to have themselves another good night. We go to the first inning, and Aiden Miller leads off with a single. He steals second base. That was his 49th stolen base of the year. Miller unable to get to 50 tonight, so have to give it another day to try and pick up the big number 5-0 on the season. And it will be the first time since Jose Leyva in 1987 that an RFL had picked up 50 or more stolen bags in a year. Quentin Berry in 2009, who stole 48, so Miller surpassed that number, was the last time an RFL went over 40 in a season. Jose Rodriguez then singled. Miller moved to third. So it was men on the corners with one out. Felix Reyes lined out to O'Neal Cruz in center. Nick Dunn struck out, so Altoona starter Antoine Kelly was able to navigate out of that first inning jam. But in the second, the two-out run and two-out hit kind of theme this week for Reading continued. So it was two quick outs by Kelly. Then Dylan Campbell singled, and Leandro Pineda doubled. So it put runners on second and third with two outs. Aiden Miller already singled his first time up, stepped to the plate, and crushed a double to straightaway center field, the score pair for the Fightin Phils. That was all the scoring Reading would have, not just in the inning, but also on the night. They led it 2-0 at the time. In the third inning, kind of same story. Jose Rodriguez singled, Felix Reyes singled. It was men on the corners. Nick Dunn flew out the right, and Paul McIntosh stepped up and rounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning and exterminate that threat. So it was 3 innings, 7 hits. 2 runs both earned for Antoine Kelly tonight. No walks and a couple of strikeouts. On the other side, Braden Tucker started making his Double-A debut and was really good through 3. It was 6 up, 6 down through the first couple. And he finished just 1 above the minimum through the first 3 innings. The only batter who reached was a Javier Rivas reach on error by Aiden Miller at shortstop. It was a throwing error by the shortstop, his 18th of the year. But then we go to the fourth, and that's where things kind of started to unravel for Tucker and the Phils. So Connor Griffin, batting for the second time, was hit by a pitch. He then stole second base. Tremar Johnson singled, and Connor Griffin was content stopping at third, so it should have been men on the corners and nobody away. But Leandro Pineda missed the cutoff man through home. Airmailed the throw, so it was an error on Pineda's 7th of the year, and that allowed Griffin to score to make it a 2-1 ball game. Tremar Johnson also moved up to second base on the error. Nick Samillo walked, so his runners on first and second. Then Omar Alfonso dropped down a sacrifice bunt to put runners on second and third. Then Esmerlin Valdez followed with a base hit to score Johnson and tie the game up at 2. And then from there, Javier Rivas grounded into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So that moves gears over to the 5th inning. And Kervin Pichardo led off with a single. P.J. Hilson then grounded into a fielder's choice. Then stepped up O'Neal Cruz, making a rehab appearance from the Pirates tonight as he's rehabbing from a concussion. And he crushed a triple down the right field line all the way to the corner. That scored P.J. Hilson to give Altoona their first lead of the night, and in a couple of nights, really, 3-2 on that triple from O'Neal Cruz. Connor Griffin then stepped up. He singled with the infield drawn up. That scored Cruz to make it 4-2. Griffin then stole second, and then Tremar Johnson grounded out. And then it was a walk of Nick Samillo, and then a strikeout of Omar Alfonso to end the 5th inning. So it was 2 more runs in the inning for the Curve to jump up 4-2. That was the end of the night for Braden Tucker. Went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. And then from there, it was just really a show of the bullpens the rest of the way. Gunnar Marrier went 2 scoreless, allowed a hit, struck out the side in the 7th for his 3 strikeouts. Po Yu Chen pitched the middle of 3rd for the Curve. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Jaden Woods then got the 7th and 8th inning. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Andrew Bechtold got the 8th inning for the Phils. Led a leadoff double but then got a couple of strikeouts, no runs on the one hit. Then the game went to the 9th inning. Leandro Pineda faced Tyler Samaniego, looking for his 3rd save in as many appearances. Pineda struck out, Eden Miller grounded out, and then Carson DiMartini flew out to end the ball game and give the Curve their first win since Tuesday. So that extinguished the 3-game win streak for the Fightin Phillies, who fall 4-2 tonight to Altoona. Another good night for Eden Miller. 3 more hits as his torrid month of August continued. Jose Rodriguez, also 3 more hits tonight. Felix Reyes, a base hit. His hit streak is up to 9 games. Nick Dunn, 0 for 4, saw a 7-game hit and 12-game on base streak come to an end tonight. McIntosh 0 for 4. His 5-game hit and on-base streak also came to an end. Alex Pinellas did work a walk, so he's up to a 12-game on-base streak. Dylan Campbell a single, so he's a 7-game hitting streak, and Leandro Pineda doubled, so he's got a 6-game hit streak and a 10-game on-base streak. So that's how it all went down tonight. We'll take one more time out on tonight's post-game show. When we come back, take a look at our final numbers, our out-of-town scores, and ahead to tomorrow's series finale when our White Star Tours post-game show rolls on after this. Welcome back into the final segment on tonight's White Star Travel and Tours postgame show on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network. Our Phillies fall 4-2 tonight to Altoona in the series finale. And we'll take a look at our final numbers tonight. Reading, with the loss, drops to 22-28 overall in the second half, and 47-70 overall here in 2025. Reading 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 2 men left on base. The Curve with the win, back to 28-22 in half number 2 of the 2025 season. 58-60 overall, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and no men left on base. Po-Yu Chen picks up his 4th win. He's 4-9. Braden Tucker suffers the loss in his Double-A debut. He's 0-1. Tyler Samaniego picks up save number 3 of his 2025 season. Time of the game, 2 hours and 27 minutes. Played in front of a sold-out crowd of 8,037 from People's Natural Gas Field. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboards. Portland, an 8-2 win over Binghamton tonight. Akron, New Hampshire, tied up at 5 in the top of the 10th inning. Akron needs to win that to keep pace with Altoona. They trail them by 1 game. Erie trails Harrisburg 10-3 bottom of the 8th inning. So the Senators should keep pace with Altoona, trailing by 1 game. Somerset 5-2 over Hartford, so they should gain on a game on the Fightin Phillies if those results hold. And Richmond, a 3-2 edge over Chesapeake in the bottom half of the 6th inning. In the Phillies organization, Big Phil's up 6-4 over the Washington Nationals in the top half of the 9th inning. Johan Duran is back out for the 2nd straight night, trying to bounce back after his first blown save with the Phils. Last night, it's 6-4. Lehigh Valley, 3-1 lead over Durham, top of the 8th inning. Jersey Shore on top of Hudson Valley, 8-3 top of the 6th, and Clearwater trails Jupiter 6-2 in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So that's a look at our out-of-town scoreboards in both the Eastern League and in the Phillies organization. As I'm sure you can hear, fireworks fly high here over People's Natural Gas Field. Take a look at tomorrow. It's the series finale, a 6 o'clock night game on a Sunday first pitch. Rematch of Tuesday between Griff McGarry and Dominic Paracci, getting the ball for the Altoona Curve. As we said, 6 o'clock first pitch. We'll be on the air at 5:45, featuring our weekly Phillies minor league report. So that'll do it for tonight's White Star Travel postgame show here on the Fightin' Phil's Radio Network. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 5:45 for the series finale between Reading and Altoona. But until then, have a great rest of your Saturday night. Have a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow evening right here on the Fightin' Phil's Radio Network. I'm Jake Starr saying so long, and have a good one, Fightin's fans.